I'll be the first to admit that I probably shouldn't be doing this right now, but I'm back in that zone where I don't want to go to sleep at this hour. It's 6 in the morning. We've got a full all-nighter. I'm just gonna hunt a Gorm. I don't think it'll take too long. I'm hoping it'll tire me out too. We're doing a level 1 Gorm hunt. Today, this will be our 4th Gorm hunt, Lantern year 5. I don't think we have anything left to do. We just need to grab some resources. I do a level 2, but we're behind on armor. I usually rush 2 rawhides pretty early. This time, since I'm focusing on Gorm armor, we're definitely behind on the armor department. Who's first? The White. White is first. Let me organize my dudes. We'll see who all's going out today. It's white, purple, brown, teal. Alright, we're taking Baxter, new kiddo, with anxiety. And then we're gonna take Telemetry, the Dingle hero, the Lantern with us. And then we're gonna take Faust again. So working on Axe and Fist and Teeth proficiencies. And then we're taking Luca, new kid who gained a strength. We'll hopefully turn them into a sword warrior. I would like to master swords since we have Gorm and I think the black swords. I haven't looked at it in a long time. Let me look at this again. It's a 10 strength sword. Perfect hit. Gain 1 survival. If you're a sword master, you understand this weapon's potential. Gains plus 20 strength. Yeah, this is one of the few weapons that straight up can, without serious cheesing and hard work, it can fight the guy. The guy being the final boss. Gold Smoke Knight. So anyway, let's get a Gorm queued up here. Maybe we'll completely murder this thing with the Greater Axe. We'll see. Let's get rid of this hunt party. As nice as they are. Like, I would use that hunt party token from the script if it was slightly easier to manage whose turn it is next. Yeah, maybe if each color on that model represented the colors on your dial, and then you could rotate which one is facing forward. I don't know. Anyway, just food for thought. Before we jump into the hunt and get ahead of ourselves, we're departing, as we do. So we gain 3 survival for departing, courtesy of Lantern, Oven, Ammonia, and Negrido, or not Negrido. Hovel, of course. Hovel. So we gain 3, and Faust gains 3. And Telemetry is capped at max already. We are at 5 limit. And then Baxter gains 5. So they go to max thanks to the Rawhide set. And yeah, we're gonna do a hunt. I don't think there's any other bonuses I need to be worried about. We do have more on arrival bonuses and Starter Showdown. So, anyway. Itchy palms. Survivors come across a field of huge boulders worn on all sides with deep, smooth grooves. If any survivor has 3+ understanding, they realize the Gorm's easy stones to scratch their enormous, delicate palms. Armed with these fresh tracks, they may hasten to their quarry, skipping the next hunt space. And then we could ambush the monster. I think we have to roll a random hunt event. We have no high understanding survivors. We had one, and then they became afraid of the dark. So random hunt event. A 61. Frozen lightning. Storm sweeps over the survivors. Deep purple lightning flashes overhead. The bolts freeze in mid-strike and rain down on the survivors as jagged, glowing spikes. Alright, let's figure out who the straggler is and how screwed they are. Man, me and my trash on this. It's okay, we're here to tell a story, right? But I just cannot obtain any items. Ah, straggler is the new kiddo, Luca. Oh, Luca, uh-oh. Alright, bolt crashes beside the straggler, catching them in an explosion of razor-sharp crystals. They suffer 1d5 event damage to 2 random hit locations and archive all fragile gear in their gear grid. That would be 2 damage. Alright, all goes to the body. We do not roll severe injury, so we are heavily handicapped. Bam, 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 bam. They lost their bone darts. Now I need to make a new bone dart. We're not really fighting the white lion. I guess I don't have to replace the bone dart. These are gone. They're not in storage. Alright, so we're handicapped. As always, what else is new? Just another day in the wonderful world of Kingdom Death Monster. Sportsman's Kill. Survivors pass a finely armored man commanding a retinue of slaves who are busily butchering the remains of an enormous gorm. The man proudly invites the survivors to marvel at his skill. Roll 1 D10. I know we're so zoomed out, you can't tell what that is. It's a 7. Man warns you of dangers just beyond your vicinity. You may reroll 1 random hunt event during this hunt phase. Hunt event result, not the hunt event itself. So I'll leave that one face up. We are getting a random hunt event, so let's maybe make use of it. 63. Well, we should be right next to that, right? Oh, we got the feet. Right. The stone faces ahead are replaced by an expanse of stone feet sprouting from the ground. The survivors walk soul to soul with the feet. If any survivor is insane, they are convinced they have reached the underside of the world. They clutch the ground for dear life, terrified of falling off. Their raucous terror slays the survivors and attracts unwanted attention. Roll once on the hunt event table for each insane survivor before moving on the hunt board. If any of these rolls result in feat, ignore it and re-roll. If all survivors are insane, they fall off the side of the world, the underside of the world, and they're dead unless we choose survival of the fittest. In which case they all have shattered jaws instead. Thankfully, this is why you want to take a sane person with you for result 63. So we are getting 3 extra hunt rolls before we move on. So roll number 1. These dice here. We have another 61, 62, 62. How weird. Space between the rocks. The survivors are distracted by a dark crack in the endless sea of stone faces. If any survivor has a pickaxe, we do not, so I'm gonna skip that. Otherwise, each survivor rolls 1d10. Low scoring survivor becomes a straggler. Let's see what happens to the straggler. Alright, left or right as always. Nothing new here. We have a tie for stragglers, so we might have 2. Excuse me. Yep, or survivors. Alright, the straggler stoops to gaze into the depths and refuses to stop staring. When the other survivors drag them away, they babble incoherently. Whatever they saw changed them forever. They gain 1 random disorder. If everyone ends up as stragglers, no one ever pulls them away and they're all lost dead. And the 60 results are just so not cool. The early 60 results. Ready for Fear the Dark? Man, this playthrough just doesn't want me to play. It just wants to, like, die again. You would think I have multiple copies of Fear the Dark. Alright, Luca is scared of the dark. And Faust is unlucky. You cannot critically wound. Damn, what a fucking shame. This is so sad. Our pride is injured. Another Fear the Dark strikes the settlement. Fear. Yeah, there's only one copy in there. Alright, I guess it checks out. That was the first result. Teal and then white again. Second roll. A 39. At least we're getting away from the 60s, but I don't know if it's going to be any better. A heavy mist envelops the survivors, obscuring their lantern light. Roll 1d10. The result is even. The survivors stumble in the right direction. The result is odd. They get turned around. Roll again on the hunt event table before moving on the hunt event board. The showdown begins in the next space on the hunt board. The monster ambushes the survivors. Well, we're hoping for an odd result here. That's even. We do stumble in the right direction. That's okay. I don't think we get ambushed because we have one more hunt we have to do. We're just not getting an extra hunt. And this doesn't say it moves us forward, it just says that we continue onward. However, this statement is technically true. So I'm gonna say the monster ambushes us in the mist because the hunt is gonna start on the next space. Unless the monster moves back on this next random hunt event that we have to do. 23. Excuse me. Clean water. The survivors pass a forlorn fountain in the shape of a lion's face. A stream of crystal clear water flows from its mouth. Each survivor consumes the water, gaining +1 survival and +1 courage. Any number of survivors may douse their head in the water and roll 1d10. Oh, we are all doing this. This is one of the few ways to get rid of that fear of the dark. Alright, everyone gains +1 survival, +1 courage. That is an epiphany for Faust. And an epiphany for Baxter. So, Faust, Baxter. Or a triumph. We have a 1 and a 3. Gain +1 speed token for the next showdown for both of them. Ah, my rolls are always so low. I just want to roll high occasionally, you know? Just occasionally. Who got this? This is Baxter? No. Yeah, Baxter. And Faust. And they also gain prepared, right? The worst of the 3 for triumph. Just because, you know, someone's going to become the straggler. Doesn't matter if you avoid being a straggler or not, there's just better abilities. Alright, now let's douse our head in the water. There was no other benefit for that, right? Okay, we have a 9, a 9, a 6, and a 5. What is 6 and 5? 5 is your hair is wet. 9 plus everything gets reset. And the 6, you gain 1 understanding or remove a disorder of your choice. So this 9 is great. Fear of the Dark is gone. Thank fuck. Don't know if they're gonna survive the hunt, but thank fuck. Insanity is set to 0, which their insanity is. This person has a 9 too, so we would lose 1015 insanity, but we also lose prey and unlucky. I'll take it. If the thing hiccups again, we can just regain our insanity, so I will happily take it. This is the one downside of me having so much insanity. This is the reason why I stop at 1,000, right? I would say we have infinity insanity, but yeah, in the case we got an uninfinity in the mod, it's just easier to stop at 1,000. Alright, this 6 result is good. We can get rid of Prima Donna, so they don't have to go first all the time anymore. And then the person who rolled a 5, I'll have them re-roll using the re-roll from Sportsman's Kill. Excuse me. Okay, we got a 2 instead, so they are gaining a disorder. Your hair turns stark or white. Gain 1 random disorder. Vestophobia. Oh wow, I guess I shouldn't have re-rolled. You cannot wear armor at the body location. If you're wearing armor at the body location when you gain this disorder, archive it as you tear it off your person. There goes our evasion token. There goes our armor set bonus. We'll have to make another rawhide armor later. Vestophobia is one of the nastiest disorders in the game. I wonder if anyone working on green armor set acquired Vestophobia and lost their armor. Because if I'm not mistaken, I don't have it out yet, but let me see if it's in here. Song of the Green Knight. The green armor is kinda, yeah, it's irreparable. Once you lose this armor, if you get Vestophobia on that character, you can never get the light. I think you have only 1 chance to get the left claw of the Lion Knight. I think. So once you lose that, you're like, oh, well, start a new playthrough. We got Vestophobia on our kiddo. AKA, also, if you're, if you're playing that campaign, you may want to play Survival of the Fittest so you can reroll bad results to avoid disorders. A loss. Alright, that is our 3rd thing, so we're done. We fixed 1 Fear of the Dark, we fixed Faust, we fucked up our armor, which is alright. This is the best armor to fuck up, right? But this person is a pain in the ass to work with now. We meet the Gorm and we're saying that the Gorm ambushes us because he is the next hunt space. No, actually, he's... Technically, this was the next hunt space. And then it's him. How does that work? I'm gonna say ambushes us. He's the next hunt space. Because we would have moved on to this. I didn't mean to open up this command prompt. I hit the tilde key. How do I get out of that? I didn't even realize this was a thing. Interesting. There's a lot of 5s being checked. Alright, anyway. Just when we thought we had a nice event occur with the water, I ruined it. I ruined it all. Showdown. Also, I can't help but notice, is this like community edition stuff? Or does it automatically set up Allison from the... what do you call it? The challenge scenario, because that would be useful. Gorm, begin hunt, clean. Excuse me. What do we have this time? Giant stone face, Acanthus. Alright, well, I don't have a thing anymore, so this giant stone face kinda in the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna put it right here on the corner. Acanthus. Can have it next to one of our guys. Second Acanthus, it can be over here in the tall grass. Baxter's still the tank. We'll let Baxter go here since we're not stuck going first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll have him start there, or telemetry her. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll have Luca over there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just be like so. We'll probably let Baxter take the first blow, and then these guys. Let's have Luca over here. These guys will pile in. Alright, on arrival, we gain 1 insanity, 1 survival at the start of the showdown. Everybody gains a strength token because we have a red fist user on the team. This person has... oh yeah, right, they're priority target anyway, so they're getting targeted. At the start of showdown. We don't have stinky gear in our grid. I think we're good to go. Yeah, alright, let's get started. So, shuffle these. Gorm, what are you doing? Headbutt. Pick target is Baxter. Move and attack. And it's gonna perform retch after damage. Well, that's kind of annoying. So it's gonna move over here. Speed 1. We get hit on a 2+. We lost our dodge. That is a 9, so that will hit us. This does 1 damage to the body. I'll tell you what, I'll dodge it. Because we're getting retched. So then he's going to back up 2. He's going to hit the 5x4 grid in front of him that we know, which includes Baxter. So he'll suffer 1 damage to a random hit location that ignores armor. To the head, of course, the head. So now they're on the ground. Alright, that was the ambush turn of the Gorm. And this has been chosen, so that's gone. Now for the Gorm's normal turn. Maul arm toss. Random threat and range. It's one of these 3. So let's determine the random threat. 8. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So heal is the random threat. Full move towards target, starting with the target. Make a separate attack against each survivor adjacent to the Gorm. So this is gonna hit 2 people. He's knocking Luca out of the way. Let me move the card since we're actually over here at the moment. Alright, so 2 dice on telemetry. We'll do them first since they're the actual target. 2 2s. This thing hits on 2s. We have no evasions. So it's 2 hits. This is 2 damage apiece. Good start for us. Good start. All to the body. We'll dodge one of those, obviously, and then take 2 to the body and suffer knockback 5. But not knocked down. And then Faust is taking 2 hits. Maybe I should have surged and scried to see what's coming up next. 6 and 6, 2 hits, 2 more rolls. We have body and arms. We'll dodge the body and then get knocked down and knock back 5 because of the arms. Alright, it's our turn to retaliate. Now, Baxter was knocked down on the first turn, so they get up. The other 2 are down unless I encourage them to stand up. Let me think about how we want to do this. So we're hurting already. I think we just want to go in and cause pain and suffering to the monster as much as possible. Right, I was going to grab this acanthus plant though. I'll grab the acanthus. We don't have to panic yet. Right? Not yet. A 5. We eat something tasty. Gain 1 survival. We'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll move over there. I will encourage... Oh right, the turn... Technically this is here. And technically his dodge is back because he used it on the first turn. I forgot to hit the button for swapping that controller. Also, technically they gained a brain and trauma, or they gained 1 insanity for being targeted, and then Luca gained 1 insanity for being targeted. Actually, were they the target? They were not the target. It was green that was the target. They were just knocked back, so never mind. I recall what happened now. Was there something else that I needed to be aware of? We did the ambush, we did the reroll. Alright, Baxter, rest up. Encourage Faust. Faust, get over here and cremate this thing. With the power of your greater Gax, roll in 4 dice because we have a speed token and we have a natural speed. Happy to see the misses. We have 2 misses, 2 hits. The 2 hits, legendary lungs. That's still 2 hits. We hit on 6, so that is good. I don't want to hit too many cards, right? Okay. Both of these are fine. I will simply... We'll just roll them in that order. We do get a 5, 5 and a 4, 9. We have 2 strength, 10, 11. That is a wound. We don't need ammonia, so I'm not gonna like scry the AI attack deck. 9. We have a deadly weapon that is a critical wound. Persistent injury gimped. Now I kind of want to scry the deck so that we can maybe benefit from gimped, because this is jaw paralysis. Gimped, huh? Alright. That was Faust's first turn. You know what? I'm just gonna try to kill this thing as soon as possible, I think. I'm gonna surge. We hit with the axe. And I have to try to hit with fist and teeth before we actually finish the thing off. That is 1 hit, legendary lungs. 50% chance of hitting, by the way. Alright, well, hopefully we don't fail that. I'll do it in this order. First location, we'll hit the bloated face. 5 and 4 and 2 is a wound. Nothing happens. Second location. Let's roll this dice. Get it spinning a bit. Ah, a 2. Well, 2 and 4 is 6 and 2 strength. This is a success. We only fail on the 1. So, no failure. Alright, that's fine. Telemetry is going to... the odds of them getting thrown up on, super high. We're going to acid tooth... or no, we're going to fist and tooth anyway. So we hit on an 8. But we have 2 extra strength. And this is only 2 dice. Let's see if we can hit this thing. No hits, okay. Then after they're done, we can just leave Luca down on the ground for now. I'm not going to pick them up, I don't think. We'll end their turn. We'll just let the Gorm draw whatever AI card it deems necessary. Eat and run. Random threat facing in range, so that's only telemetry. Move and attack target. If the attack dealt damage more than once, full move the Gorm forward in a straight line, perform grab. Okay, he has a lion attack in him, that's funny. Eat and run. So this is 2 dice, hits on 2s. This will likely hit twice. 10% chance we can dodge this. We do not, so. This is another 2 damage each move. But all his advanced cards are left. It's actually dangerous. Alright, body and waist on telemetry. We'll take the waist and we'll dodge the body. And then he's over here. Luca gets knocked away because they're landing on. And we are on... we'll pick this side of the Gorm. Can I choose any side when we're up? I think it has to be like as close to the front. I would like to be back here, but I don't think I can do that. Alright, and we take 1 damage because it's a level 1 Gorm. To the body that we cannot evade. Alright, Luca is back up. I will encourage telemetry to get back up. Shouldn't they be at 3? Did I forget to down a thing? I know I gained 1 back after encouraging, but I also dodged, didn't I? I think we're at 3. I think I forgot to hit that down. Who else has stuff? Nobody really has much of use. Let's have telemetry go first. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna get in the blind spot. We're gonna fist and tooth to try and get that Hun XP or weapon XP. We fail. We'll surge. Try again. We fail. Okay, with that in mind, let's have Luca go. Scrap sword. Swing and a miss. Alright, well, Luca has survival, so we'll surge now. Can we roll higher than 2s and 3s? You know, there's other numbers on this dice. There you go. Ah, the trap. That's good. I prefer Luca takes this than the other one. But my luck is showing. Once again. We will suffer 1 damage to the head location due to the trap, which will knock us down, and then turn to face the most survivors. Everyone in his facing is knocked down and suffers monster level brain damage. That'll be this way. So knock down, knock down, knock down. And that's 1 brain damage. 1 brain damage, 1 brain damage. Alright, we're down and out for the count. We end their turn. So the monster gets their turn. What are you doing? Ah, there's the hiccup. So furthest survivor in range is the target. That would be Baxter. And then Hiccup happens. He moves 2 space backwards. Since I get to choose which direction he goes, we can have him move 2 spaces this way, which will knock Luca out of the way. And then Hiccup will whiff us. So thankfully that whiffs. And then this gets placed back on top of the AI deck. Alright, you know what we're gonna do. We're all up. It's Hiccup abusing time. It's time to get our insanity back on everybody, right? Tell you what, I want to keep one person sane, but I'll get the insanity for brown and white. And we'll just leave teal where they're at. They don't need more. I could push it to 2,000, I guess, for maximum memes, but then when they lose it, I gotta lower that. We'll go first for telemetry. We'll farm the Acanthus plant. Let me just calculate here. If he moves to the right 2, 1, 2, he will reach me. So we want to be here, which I think we did reach. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we'll be up top. I think we reached the top. We were like here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're in the tall grass. I'm not sure we reached it. I'm gonna pass by the Acanthus on this turn. Luca is going to run over here. Faust is going to... Okay, Faust can get the Acanthus instead. It's whatever. A 7. Finds something tasty and eats it. I can't roll an 8 for Acanthus to save my life. I would love to get like Acanthus back home. We'll scry the AI deck. Thunderfoot is next. Okay. We'll move to this tile. We're here, right? 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll go behind teal. Next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically, Baxter is the furthest away, so he gains an insanity. Gorham is sliding along the wall. We'll have him move up to... because he's doing his Hiccup thing. I'll just leave that card face up for right now. Alright, so we're grinding white and brown. So every turn, we're going to fast forward again. I'm not going to play it out, but every single turn, I've been over this numerous times. This is how the card works, I'm pretty sure. What is it? These two are going to switch. Like, we're going to literally have brown move further than white and then move in. I don't care about purple. We're going to leave purple sane. And I don't care about teal getting any more insanity. They have plenty. So, after this turn, we'll move brown here because they're going to be next. We'll move purple here, and then we'll switch these two until it's over. And the Gorham is just gonna go left, right, because the monster controller can do that. So what I'm gonna do is say we're passing turns until white is monster controller again, and we're gonna get them 1,000 insanity each. This is the 3rd time in a row we're doing this. Hiccup is just an abusable card. Once again, if this is incorrect, if somebody has a different interpretation, let me know. But as far as I'm aware, the monster doesn't actually turn or move during Hiccup. They simply pick somebody, and because they pick somebody, insanity is passed to the monster controller if they're picked. I know, we've been over this numerous times. Maybe someone's just tuning into this video and hasn't watched the rest of the season with the Gorham here. So very easy insanity abuse. Easier than the lion. I mean, the lion's is pretty easy, but you gotta break his thing with a crit. This one you just gotta hope the Gorm has Hiccup, and I'm pretty sure he has 2 copies of this fucking card, because Hiccup is always in the deck. Anyway, so after this guy gets it for the 1000th time, and Gorm, since we're doing an even number, because it's going back to white, he would end on that space, not somewhere else, and then it'll be our turn, but it's not purple controlling yet. It's our turn with when white was targeted last. Which means if white was targeted last, we would be like this. So now that we're in this situation, we want to set ourselves up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit the thing safely. 1, 2. If he moves here, we can get hit. Actually, how do we get to him safely in this scenario? We can climb onto the stone face because you appear anywhere on it when you climb up, right? Yeah. Alright, we'll have telemetry go, they'll climb the stone face and end up there. We'll have Luca move this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have Faust move here. And then we'll have Baxter move 1, 2, 3. Baxter can stay here. And because we're mostly this way, you know, I think it's logical the Gorm would move up, but I can pick whichever direction I want. We'll end the turn. Purple is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Purple is the farthest away, so they will gain 1 insanity. During the hiccup, he'll go here, he'll throw up on this 5x4 grid. And then this goes back on top. And now we're ready to try and hit this thing, hopefully. I still would like to Fist and Tooth. Maybe, yeah, I can farm the Fist and Tooth now, I guess. Alright, telemetry, Fist and Tooth. Please roll high. 2 hits. Alright, Super Dense Locale and a Wretch Locale. We'll hit the Super Dense first. We have +2 strength, so we need a 6 or better. That's a 50%. We fail this location, nothing bad happens. Second location. We succeed. We do cause a wound. This guy will Wretch. I get to choose which direction he goes, so I'll have him go this way. Actually, it would be better if he went the other way so that we can kill it. Yeah, I'll have him knock over our dude. And then he'll Wretch over there. Let me get my marker for Fist and Teeth. Hiccup should be discarded now. Who wants to go next? I think Faust can't reach, actually. Yeah. Well, that's fine. It's better for him. Luca doesn't want to hit either. Let's scry. Let's see what's happening. Maybe he should have went the other way. Thunderfoot or body check? I'd rather get rid of Thunderfoot. If I do 2 wounds, he's going to, whatchamacallit? Oh yeah, let me pay attention to these. Damn. I'm gonna look at the discard pile just to see, out of curiosity. I've not seen a card that has the word gimped on it, so I was like wondering what AI card actually is affected by that. But I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think any of these are affected by it. I've only ever seen jaw paralysis. Hold up. I know you're not supposed to look through what's not in there, but I'm curious. Oh, there's gimped. Charge. Alright, I'm satisfied now. I've never seen him use charge ever in my life. I don't think he's ever had that in his deck, and I've faced quite a few Gorms with my friends too. What do I want to do here? We'll move him up to end Baxter's turn. We will... I'll just attack with Luca. We'll attack. Scrap Sword. Get that Scrap Sword action in here. We missed. What else is new? I'm gonna Surge. I'm gonna attack again. How many 2s and 3s am I gonna roll today? What the... Alright, you deleted. I don't know what was with this dice. They were cursed or something, but... Oh, you're not. I'm not keeping 2 and 3 dice when that's not how it works, man. I'm superstitious like that. We'll move Faust here. Actually, I would prefer Faust not get hit by this attack that's coming, so I will move 1 over. I will stay here so I can't be a target. And if I'm out of range because he goes to teal, then I'm out of range because he goes to teal. Right, I didn't cause any wounds. So, Thunderfoot's in play. When he's wounded, that's discarded. And he's gonna do a body check. Random survivor in range. So, 5. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is teal. Called it. 1 damage, or 1 dice. Checking the hit. 4 does hit. 1 damage to the arm, bash, knockback 7. I think we can handle an arm damage, so we'll take that. We get bashed into the wall, or knockbacked into the wall. We're already bashed, so that doesn't matter. And then that ends the Gorm's turn. So he's got 3 advanced cards. We would like to mill every single one. Teal does stand up. If I get some Wretch cards to happen, we can push him back in range of Faust. And if he does Wretch, he'll be here, 2, 3, 4. He'll actually be out of range of hitting Telemetry. So we'll have Luca go. Luca will swing the Scrap Sword once. Alright, a 6. At least we have an hit. We are on the flanks. This is a +2 to wound. And we roll a 9. Are we deadly? No, we're not deadly. But we do cause a wound. Alright. Oh, I forgot. No, I didn't forget something. Who else has a speed token? Has Baxter swung at all? Because then I forgot their speed token. I knew I was forgetting one. We got a wound. Gonna surge. What did we win? Yeah, just that space. Nothing special happened. Oh my god. I'm deleting these dice too. They're all cursed. They're all cursed. Double 1s, man. Alright, we're gonna have Telemetry go and just Acid Tooth Dagger to face. Telemetry has just 2 extra strength. Okay. All of these dice are gonna go. We're gonna spawn in new dice, but I'll keep that miss. Where's my objects? Where's my objects? Kron, you fucking with me? What are these D10s? I like the black color of these though, and these are not the same dice. I think they're custom dice, right? So if I make this black, that's a different die, right? We'll keep them. We'll keep them. It's fine. I'm gonna surge and attack. Can we just not roll 2 and 3? You can roll 1 and 3. We got a perfect hit. So this is an automatic wound on the death blow locale. Courtesy of the Acid Tooth dagger power. The 3 missed though. Alright. I'm gonna go in with Baxter. We're going to attack with the bony axe. So we have an extra dice. We're in the blind spot. We hit on 5s. We only have 1 hit. Don't fail. Alright, that's a 3. We have 1 strength, so that's a 4. This is 5, 6, 7. I don't think we have more strength, so that is a fail. Unfortunate. On the plus side, the Gorm is running into our friend's range. Baxter gets knocked down though. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many dice do we get for this? We have 2 speed. Greater Gax, go. Kill it. Why is there 2 and a 1? We got 1 hit. Legendary Lungs. 2 hits, okay. 2 hits is all. Nah, we need 3 hits. Alright, we'll do this first. Actually, no we won't. We'll do this first. Alright, 4 and 4 is 8 and 2 is 10. We cause a wound. He retches. He's over there. Hold up, where was he? He was here? And he was here? Oh yeah, he's out of range now. That's okay. That's okay. Also, this is in the discard pile since I caused wounds. In fact, this should have been shuffled into the deck earlier. No. Yes, it should have been shuffled into the deck. Because I caused a wound on an empty... No, it wasn't empty. It wasn't empty. He did his action, right? What was the last thing this guy did? No, he did the headbutt. It was an empty deck. Oh well, I'm gonna leave it there for now. I apologize, but I forgot about Thunderfoot. This was... I'm pretty sure Luca's knocked down because Thunderfoot happened. Luca did not cause a wound with the sword. No, they did. They caused 1 wound. Never mind. Thunderfoot didn't happen. Let's just continue on. I think Luca went first and Luca caused the wound. Pretty sure. What are you doing, Gorm? What's your card? Eat and run? Alright, that's fine. It's just a grab. Random threat facing in range, so anybody except Baxter. Oh, facing in range, right? Never mind. It's Faust. Faust is the chosen one. During this blow, what I'm gonna do is Faust is going to encourage Baxter, and Baxter's gonna surge and swing the bone axe. Six, 9, 2, 2 hits. Alright, we cause 2 wounds. It will die since this card is active at the moment. We are not in the flank, and we don't want to hit that first. First attempt. That's a 4. 4 and 1 is 5, 6, 7, 8. That is a wound, so there goes Thunderfoot. Second location is a failure. Alright, I tried to save our guy. Now eat and run happens. 2 dice. Let me see your 2 and 3. It'll still hit. Oh wow, you missed on the 1. Okay, okay. But a 1 and 8. Why can't I get a 1 and 8? Why do I get 2 and 3? We're gonna dodge this for Baxter so he doesn't get grabbed. Ayah. Alright, it's our turn. We go with Faust first. We move over here. We're gonna just stay on the flank. We're gonna swing. It's 4 dice for him. We have a perfect hit, which I think matters. No, not yet. 1, 2, 3 hits. We're gonna hit the trap because of fucking legendary lungs. That's 5 hits. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was hoping to see the death blow. Oh wait, we passed death blow, right? Alright, we hit the trap. And everyone is lined up to get knocked down again, which is not good. I knew we were gonna hit the trap. God damn it, legendary lungs. Bonk. Oh wait, we take 1 head damage. We're fine. We got a helmet. Let me see the trap. I'll shuffle this again. Do I get knocked back? No. Just a bop to the head. And then he's gonna face the most survivors and knock him down. I didn't realize this is where the dead monster thing is. That doesn't look accurate. I've never flipped this over before. Why does that have dead monster on the back? Anyway, 1 brain damage for each of them. Not Brown. Okay. Faust isn't done yet, but I already used my encourage for the turn, so our turn will end there. And then this guy is going to eat and run once again since everybody's knocked down. So, random threat facing in range is nobody. Closest threat in field of view is actually nobody. We're in the blind spot. We are not in field of view. There are no threats, so illuminate happens. Oh, we dodged it somehow. Illuminate. Alright, now we are all threats, and insane survivors are thrown into wild fits and are knocked down. That includes Faust. Everybody else gets up though, since they were knocked down on our turn. Let's have also. I forgot to hit this button. Everyone's got their stuff. I should have just surged again, but I guess I want to save my survival for the next hunt. He's good to have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure that's shuffled. Bone axe, including the 3rd dice for the speed. 2 hits. Mammoth head and mammoth bulging eye. What do we want to target? I don't want to move, so I will fail the head first, even though this has some bad implications. Yup, that's what I thought. Okay. We're getting basic actioned. The body and arm are being bopped for 1 damage apiece. Okay, second location, we're still standing. A 9 is a success, so we do wound. And now we just need to kill. Luca, blind spot, sword of the scrap, 1 hit. It's the trap card. What? Go figure. Okay. Lord Paroxysm. One head damage to Luca. That's severe head injury, so Luca's dead now. Okay, we actually rolled a 9. Shattered jaw. They can no longer consume. They cannot be affected by events requiring them to consume. They can no longer encourage. They gain a bleeding token. Can we fix that shattered jaw with the thing? At least we finally rolled something that's not a 1 to 4 on the head injury chart. But now my next question is, how many times am I gonna draw this trap card, man? Sometimes you don't draw it, sometimes you draw it 15,000 times in a row. He has to pick a direction to knock someone down. I will simply choose Brown because he's already knocked down. And we are monster controller, we can do that. Excuse me. Alright, so that was Luca. And Baxter went. We'll have Telemetry go. Maybe Telemetry can finish them off. We'll do some Acid Tooth Dagger action here. Spread out a bit. Roll up. 1 and a 3, we have failed. I will Surge. We'll try to finish here. Alright, we have an 8 and a 3 now. The Mammoth's Rear Clubfoot. Please. Kill it. A 2 is insufficient. No retch happens, no wound happens. Alright, seeing as that's the case, we'll have Baxter encourage our boy Faust. Faust is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here, and then we will... Maybe we'll get a death blow after all this hassle, because I can't seem to kill this thing. 3 hits. Iron Lungs. I wish I could deactivate that. 6 hits. No! Trap cards aren't fun. Alright. This person's getting knocked back because they're getting landed on top of. Faust is taking a head damage, which they can afford. And now, most survivors is forward, so we are getting hit for 1, knocked down, and hit for 1, and knocked down. And that ends our turn. I can't do anything else. Alright. All that occurred. Everyone's a threat. Basic action is happening. Closest threat facing in range is Faust because of Illuminate. Faust is not monster controller. Now, these dice are being disgustingly mean to me. Alright, we actually avoid the hit. Let's see what's getting hit. The head. Alright, we can afford it. We can afford the head. What happens if you suffer severe head injury with these that? Alright. I'm gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it. It's our turn. Illuminate is done. We get up. I'm gonna have Faust. It's gotta be Faust, man. It's gotta be Faust. He has the deadly weapon. 3 hits. Legendary Lungs. 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Any death blow? Nope. Alright, we'll do the super dense. Actually, what has like a Gorn resource? This is Mammoth hunting fighting art? That could be cool. I am on his flank, so that's a +2 to wound. This has Stout Kidney, and the failure doesn't cancel my attack. So we'll try to get the Stout Kidney, and then we'll try to get Mammoth Hunter. I'm pretty sure we wound on a 2 because we're in the flank, so only a 1 fails. Alright, we get a wound, no crit. Exciting! Ah, oh, man, what was with this 2-3? That's getting annoying. Sometimes the dice be that way, but it's still frustrating when it happens. Alright, come back home, everybody. You did good. Gorm rewards, as usual, 1 Hun XP. And a weapon XP, if applicable. Hun XP. Weapon. Hun XP. No weapon. Heal. Heal. At least nobody died this time. Matchmaker is coming home, so we can try and make some more kids. We have a Shattered Jaw user now. It's always fun. We get 4 endeavors for the returning survivors. I don't think we get anything else. These should be reset, and these should be reset. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a lot of hide. I want stout hide. Oh. Might be able to make the shield. It's a lot of bone. Okay, we don't have to copy this. It's the monster deck. Bonehide organ. Oh yeah, this is worth everything. Put it down here. It's a showdown. Clean up the showdown. It is Lantern Year 6. I forgot to look if this replaces Armored Strangers or not. Let me see. Okay, it was Slenderman I'm thinking of who replaces Kingsman. So, we're doing all of this. We're getting a negative effect from Armored Strangers. We're getting Gorm Climate. We have to fight the Lionite in a special showdown, which we'll do next time. I won't do it right now. And first we get a settlement event, though. Haunted. The survivor with the lowest Hun XP, choose in case of a tie, is convinced a powerful presence is nearby. Roll 1d10. That would be unnamed survivor, or unnamed male survivor, or unnamed male survivor number 2, or unnamed female survivor. So we have a 4-way tie. I will make it unnamed person with the courage, because why not? Maybe they get something cool out of this. 7. See, they're courageous. Is the Song of Settlement the Braid? No. While everyone sleeps, the survivor bursts into an incomprehensible song. The whole settlement awakens in tears. -1 endeavor. Returning survivors set their insanity to 0. Well, there'll always be another hiccup to grind. There'll always be another hiccup to grind. And -1 endeavor? An easy -1s? It's like somebody died anyway. Just can't have things go well for me. Why? You know, this is the least of our problems right now. We're about to get wrecked by the Kingsman. If I roll low on that, that's 5 dead people. Unless I fight it off. In which case, somebody becomes a Kingsman. Oh my god. This is my punishment for abusing the game. Kron, you are a cruel, cruel mistress or man. Mr. and Miss. That's okay. I love you regardless. It makes it interesting. But boy, does this suck. Alright. We use one of these little tokeny doodads. Taking a sip of my drink I needed after that. Now, armored strangers. Count people. Yeah, we're visited by the guys. They march silently through the settlement. The only noise is a metallic clang as they pause before each survivor and tap their lantern halberds against the ground. The survivors have no choice but to helplessly await their mute deliberations. Add Kingsman to the Nemesis Encounters list. Which I forgot to add the Butcher. He's level 2. Next time we see him, Kingsman will be level 1. Alright. Count people. We have 8 or more. We have 12. This is always a shitty result. We do roll the 1 because that's my luck at the moment. And they want to -5 population us, just slaughter a bunch of people. Let's see. Do I bother resisting or do we just take the hit? How many are we? It's 5, right? Because if we resist, we have to fight a level 2 later. We could use all the unnames, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And we gotta lose 1 more. It'll make the hunt harder, but I think I'll resist. We'll just send in for the pugs. So you rise up, add special showdown Kingsman level 1 to the timeline this year. After the showdown, we will resume this year's settlement phase at the update death count step. Do not gain endeavor, draw a settlement event card, or advance the lantern year. Yeah. When does the special showdown actually activate? Where do I even find that info? I assume we just do it immediately. Alright, so we're gonna resist the Kingsman, and since we're resisting the Kingsman, we'll do it now. Why not? Let's back the settlement. You, and you. Let's see what we got here. It's Luca. Telemetry. Let me move these guys to the right because they're likely not making it out. Luca, telemetry. Baxter. Faust. Alright, new kiddos. Who do we have here? Where's the other unnamed person? Oh yeah, these guys have to, I believe it should be like that. Johnny and Vera. So, one. Doesn't matter where they go, we'll name them, of course. 2. 3. And 4. Don't know if they're going to manage. Now, before we do this, I think we want the dagger person to not get knocked down. And the thing that really sucks is this, like, I can't even craft the armor to fix my armor. So we're gonna switch who has Acid Teeth Dagger right now, just because this guy has heavy armor, so they get knocked down on some Hilocals. Probably won't swing that Bone Axe. Scrap Sword is their stronger weapon. You know what, let's have the Greater Gax held by that guy. The Acid Teeth Dagger by this person. I guess Scrap Sword can stay on that person. They're the most vulnerable. But that's okay. Alright, you fucker. What do we got? Showdown. Kingsman. Begin. Showdown. Level 1 Kingsman. Oh, there's a dead monster here. We can set up our survivors anywhere in the showdown board. Yeah, this is the 4 dead survivors that he killed. We'll put this over here like so. And then we have 2 tall grass. 2 tall grass, huh? We have a chance. This is gonna be really dumb. Let's do the tall grass like so. We'll try to dance between these. I know the stone columns right here, so that's not ideal. Tell you what, we'll do this and this. Put the monster on half of the tall grass. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away. It's adjacent to the monster. These are preset. So Kingsman here. We get to go first. We get to set up wherever we want. We don't want them instincting. And we're just gonna go crazy wild on this guy. This is gonna literally be the YOLO battle. I will attempt to grab that if we have a singular chance at making it. We'll attack with the Acid Dagger. We'll attack with the right, we don't want to be near each other in weird ways. Let's start in the grass with him. Who's got the Gax? Purple's got the sword. We'll keep purple over here for right now. And then this person has just the dagger. We'll have this person over here. I think we'll be spread out like so. I'm gonna move the battle pressure cards. Yeah, that confused me because they had the different art. To there, so I know which ones are on the deck and which ones are not on the deck. Right, we want to mill this first, so I'm actually gonna attack with teal first. Brown would like to go second, if possible. Alright, so let's refamiliarize ourselves with this guy. He has King's Aura. At the start of his turn, whenever his And whenever his hit location deck is shuffled, the battle pressure goes onto his thing. He is out fighting, so he has reach 2, and he'll always try to hit you with reach 2. All of his attacks basically do this wide angle 2x5 grid, 2x6 grid, in the order that that's going, so from right to left, because he's facing down, so his right to his left. He's very, very strong. I'm going to shuffle his stuff. He's got 12 toughness, but he does have a weak spot. He has -4 toughness when you attack him in the weak spot. And at the start of his turn, he gets a free basic action, and then he does his normal thing. Now, the problem is his trap card. We have no shields yet, so the acid will just kill us instantaneously, and the more wounds he has, the more the acid hurts. So, yeah. Let's get started with Teal. Teal's going to... before we get started, we depart still. So we gain 3 survival for departing. On arrival, we gain 1 survival and 1 insanity, at least. 3, this person's at max, and then this person gains 5. So we're gonna be as aggressive as possible. Oh yeah, I need to name them too. When I name them, they get +1. It's gonna be a girl. This is gonna be, Juliet. This is already a girl. This is going to be... Polly. This is a guy. This will be Romeo. And this is a guy. This will be Fernando. Because there has to be a Fernando. Alright, we get the first turn. I think we're ready to go. We don't have any other benefits happening here. Just some fresh survivors, well under-equipped. Bone Dagger in the blind spot, so we hit once with the 6. That's the battle pressure, and I will do King Step. Somebody needs to get this King Step thing. So your body trembles, your mind wavers, you struggle just to stay standing against the pressure projected by the monster. Discard all unresolved hit locations, end your attack, and attempt to overcome. So let's see how this goes. Let's overcome. That's a 4. The monster easily predicts your motion and skewers you with your own momentum. Spend 1 survival or suffer a random severe body injury. I will spend the survival. We will gain... We'll just use the lunacy token as our momentum token. And then I'm going to surge and we're going to attack again. Alright, perfect hit. With the dagger, we gain a survival, and the 6 hits too. So that's 2 more battle pressure gone. We will do another overcome the pressure. Okay, we got King Step. So, you grasp the pattern behind the monster's fine movements. A rhythm that lets you control the pace of the fight. You've overcome the battle pressure and learned something valuable. Gain the King Step Secret Fighting Art. This one I won't make a secret achievement because it's kind of like you want somebody to get it every fight and eventually you will get it. It's not like Legendary Lungs where it's really hard to acquire. Teal has King Step. So when they attack, they can get rid of all the damn battle pressure for us. And then whenever they attack, after drawing hit locations, but before rolling to wound, you may choose 1 hit location drawn, discard to draw a new one. Traps cancel these effects. So that was Romeo. Where art thou, Romeo? Now, this guy attacks blind spot first. And then he's gonna do outfighting, which means he moves here and he's gonna hit both of the tall grass rows. So if we attack him, we don't want to be in range of those things. Who wants to go next? I'm gonna go with the Greater Gax person. We're gonna stand over here. Our Greater Gax is white. Let's not go with Greater Gax. If I can stay in the tall grass with them, I would like to do that. So we either do pink, which is Scrap Sword. We'll do Scrap Sword. Alright, pink. Scrap Sword. That is one perfect hit. We do not have the, oh no, we gain +4 strength for the rest of this attack. That'll help us beat this 12. Alright, Acid Blood Discharge. Attackers doomed. All survivors within 2 spaces of the monster suffered damage to a random hit location equal to the number of wounds on the wound stack. Alright, and then return any discarded battle pressure to the top of the deck. So, battle pressure's back on. No wounds, so I guess we don't get hurt that time. But you can see everybody's just gonna melt when we hit that trap, inevitably. So we have to do 13 wounds to this guy. Since Juliet fucked that up so bad, why don't we surge and try to get a second person with King's Step here. We have one hit. We'll dance the tempo. We do roll a 9. We do not have Forbidden Dance, so you sense a pattern and foresee the monster's attempt to trip you. At the last moment, you shift your balance. Suffer 1 damage to the legs, gain 1 tempo token. So, this card's gone for this player here. We'll just put this, what is this, special? Put this back in the special deck. We'll move this over to purple. They have a tempo token now. They take a leg damage, which is pretty mean. We'll have Fernando stand here and hit the Kingsman with the Greater Gax. That's 1 hit. I don't want to tempo with the Gax user, so we'll just have that milled. I think we have Folly come in, and we'll have Folly hit with the Acid Dagger. Alright, so we do get a 9. That's the 3rd battle pressure gone. I'm gonna have Folly Surge. That's a 6 and a 7. That is 1 hit. So we hit on a 7 with this bad boy. Right, +3 strength if you hit with a dagger. I'm gonna reroll that because it only spun in the one direction. Come on, let me see you rotate. Yeah, we're gonna take that. Cheating now. Nah, I don't want it to just fall flat. That's not a roll. And we got 10 +3, 13. Wound. Attacker gains 1 survival. The Kingsman staggers and gains -2 toughness until the next monster turn. Let's get -2 toughness here. Stack them like so. And we gain 1 survival. Who is this? This is Brown. Back up to 5. I may as well surge with Fernando before the battle pressure is back on top. And we have no hits. So that is the end of our turn 1. Battle pressure is back on top of the deck. It is the monster's first turn. He's gonna basic action. Basic targets the, what is it? Survivor in the blind spot first. So he's gonna move back, and then he's gonna swing this way, hitting Romeo into the stone column. If he's hit on 3s, we are in tall grass, so it's 3 dice that hits on 5s. 2 misses. We can dodge the one of these with Romeo. We dodge our first action. Then we draw AI. Force thrust. Closest threat in field of view in range. So that's a 2-way tie. I think what we'll do is have... have Juliet take it. So full move towards the target. Make a separate attack against each survivor in the highlighted zone in the order indicated by the arrows. This just does bash and knockback 5. So he's just thrusting his lance at us. And that is 2 hits. 2 hits. So body and legs taking 3 damage each. We've got a severe leg injury and a severe body injury. We'll dodge the body, I guess, and we'll take the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bash, right? So severe leg injury, death. And we have a 9. Bloody thighs, gain 2 bleeding tokens. She lives. Alright, that was his turn. So what we're gonna do is have Folly go... Folly goes first. We don't want Folly to go first. We want Romeo to go first. We're gonna move Romeo here and have Romeo go first. Alright, Romeo missed. We're gonna surge and then attack again. Okay, 1 perfect hit. We get that survival back. 2 hits overall. I will mill the 3 battle pressure and we'll get our 2 hits. Ah, good. Good gravy, man. Good gravy. This is 1 damage to a random hit location to everybody. Except for Juliet, because it's within 2 spaces. Yeah. So you can tell we are destined to lose our characters here. We'll do left or right. So this is white, brown, and teal. Body, arms, waist. Body, arms, waist. Alright. Then that is it for Romeo, unfortunately. The stack is filled again, so we're gonna attack with Folly. Who's got the token? This pink. This is a 6. 6 in the blind spot does hit, so we hit 1. I guess we'll dance the tempo dance. Okay, so we have King's Step now. That's great. He surpasses it naturally. May as well surge with Folly. Uh, 6 hits, 1 misses. So we can mill these 2. King's Step. We can get rid of this card now. Put this in the special deck. And then Regal Greaves. Turn to face the attacker without turning. Move the monster 2 spaces directly away from the attacker. If the attacker has King's Step, they may follow the King's Man and move 2 spaces forward. Let's see if we wound this here. A 4. Probably not. We're in a blind spot. So it's 4 and 2. We need 6 to wound. What is this? I rolled the rune. That's a good location. We don't want to replace it anyway. I don't want to follow him. We'll just stand there. Fernando is gonna get in the back and swing the whatever weapon they've got. Greater Gax. So we have 1 hit with the 6. The Regal Back. I would make it an achievement if I ever have the opportunity to spend 5 to gain an evasion on this card, because I've never done that before either. We got 2, 2 and 4 Greater Gax. It's only 6. The game doesn't want me to have it. Alright, that I'll search. I'll search. I said we go all in, right? May as well hit the trap again, right? It's so depressing fighting this guy early. 5 hits, we're in a blind spot. 9 hits. Alright, first strike location. If we're wearing any heavy gear, is the Gax heavy? It is. Alright, our knees buckle and we're knocked down. Returning discard battle pressure to the top hit location. This has to happen first. We still get to roll the wound on this locale. And if we got a crit with the deadly, that would have been sweet because it cancels the top effect, but that is a wound. And then this is discarded, this is gone. We are knocked down. And the battle pressure is back on top of the deck. Okay, so monster's turn. Because I think everybody's gone except Juliet, but I'm not going to pick them up. So Kingsman, basic action, survivor in the blind spot. This could be bad when he targets Romeo and he backs off 1 to hit Romeo. So we might have misposition here. Folly should be down 1. That's my fault. But Fernando is getting hit 3 times, taking 9 damage, easy. Legs, legs, and arms. Well, that's a severe leg injury. I could dodge a leg and then just take it on the arms, so I guess we'll do that. And then we're over here 5 spaces, I believe. What you doing? Perfect thrust. Kingsman grabs the hilt of its sheathed sword. All survivors are doomed. Pick a target in the perfect position and place the monster adjacent to the target. Target suffers 3 severe injuries to a random hit location. If there are no targets in the perfect position, nothing happens. Alright, so that is behind him on the right side here. In front of him on the left side here. And 2 to the left here. Now this card I think is supposed to teach you how you position against this monster when fighting it. Because what happens is he he targets the person in the blind spot, he moves down 1, turns around. So the other person's in the blind spot, and then he's just going to turn to the right to hit who's on the right. That's the point of this card, for anyone who doesn't pay attention. But there are no targets in perfect positions, so nothing is happening. This is actually a decent card if you play in the opposite direction of the perfect position. So it's good to study this. When you're in his blind spot, you want to be on his left spot. And you want to be on the his right side, basically. In the front and the right. Anyway, we get another turn. We're not dead yet. We have 2 King Steppers. Fernando is down. Juliet is up. Juliet does not have King Step. Romeo is just a Bone Dagger person, so their best shot is to be the one to get in the blind spot. So we're gonna have Romeo go first. We gain a survival. That is 3 hits. I will mill all these cards and just swing for damage. Alright, we have the impervious locale. So we can piss him off. We have the Regal Vambrances and the Regal Sabatons. So we'll do this first, we'll do this second, and then I won't chase him and we'll whiff on the Regal Plume. So that I can't piss him off, because then he's gonna kill us harder. First location, we get a 3, that's 6, that's 7, does not wound, we'll run off. Right, we have no stats. Second location, we need a 7 or higher. We got a 1, so that just fails. Can't wait until he bleeds. 1, 2. Until he acid sprays everybody. We will not chase him, that will whip. Thinking. Let's have Juliet go. And what was this? The left spot or? I already forget. I'm gonna look. So I don't have this stuff memorized. Yeah, it says left. So it's down here. It's not like he's gonna draw that card again, but at least not till it cycles all the way through. Grab sword, 1 hit with the 5. Trap card. Alright, only 1 person is in range too, so it's Juliet. Juliet's getting 2 damage on the body. That is a severe body injury. A 5. Destroyed back. Sharp cracking noise, suffer -2 permanent movement. You can no longer activate any gear that has 2+ strength. This injury is permanent, can be recorded once. Gain a bleeding token. They have 3 bleed. We might want to heal them up for a round. Who's got the stuff? It's Teal. Teal already went. Teal can surge, but she would have to get next to him. This is on you. Alright. That was a heavy hit too, so she is knocked down. Let's shuffle this shit. This is back on top. We'll have Foley go. Juliet's done. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess if I 4, 5 over here, we're fine, because when he backs off 1, we won't get hit. So this should be okay positioning here. Perfect hits. Perfect hits, please. Nope, 2 misses. I surge. We do it again. Come on. Folly. Alright, fine game. You know what? If you want to be boring, you don't want us to like put up on a show and do some damage to the Kingsman, I guess. We'll just end our turn, let the Kingsman kill us, you know, be lame and shit. Is there a better spot to put these cards? You can put them over there. Alright, Kingsman, basic action. Full move towards the target. Survivor in the blind spot. 3 dice. 2 hits. The head and the arms. I guess we'll dodge the head to try and stay alive a bit longer. Take a severe arm injury. Also a 5. Ruptured muscle. The arm hangs limp. You can no longer activate fighting arts. This injury is permanent. Can be recorded once. Gain a bleeding token. Alright, they are one bleed away from death. Ruptured muscle. Okay. Card. Spear. Closest threat in field of view. Alright. That would be Folly. He'll back up. And then make a separate, yeah. This is the same thing as the other one, but it gives a -1 movement token after it does all its damage. We have 2 misses, so Folly will dodge and not get hit. Somehow. Okay. Then it's our turn. Fernando is up. Romeo is gonna go first. We're gonna move over to the side here. We're gonna bandage Juliet so that they can maybe take more pain and suffering. And then we'll surge and attack with our bone dagger. We gain a survival back. We have 2 hits. We're not likely to cause a wound. First strike location, I don't think they do have heavy gear, so they will get knocked down. And the second location will go unutilized. Let's roll this 4. I think we needed a 10 to wound there, so that's okay. Alright, they're knocked down. Then we'll have Fernando. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I move in front like that, we're going to have multiple people getting hit. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll hide in the grass for this turn. And then Folly, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll come over here and try to get a perfect hit or something. Almost. 9 and 8 do hit though. Alright, what we got happening here? We'll do the Regal Helmet first. Oh yeah, he doesn't have this, I haven't been paying attention to it, but that hasn't mattered. He hasn't had this for a while. We'll do him in this order. We get +3. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're not in the blind spot. So we do not wound. And then second locale. We do roll 9. So 9 and 2 is 11. That's still not 12. We need a 10, unless we're in the blind spot. And this guy will go 1, 2. He'll knock both of these people away. And Folly could chase if they wanted to, but I think we'll just stay where we are. Yeah, we'll just stay where we are. Alright, it's Kingsman's turn. Here we go again. Basic action, closest threat. Folly will... Oh wait, you know what? I was able to move, right? No, I moved here. I would have gone to the tall grass. Gotta try a little bit. Even though we're definitely gonna die. 2 misses. I guess Folly dodges. And then stares down the card. Cleave, also on Folly. Basically the same thing except it hits the head. And I already used my dodge. That will be 6 damage to the head. That is 2 severe head injuries. Oh, that was the wrong person, by the way. Not you. Oh, we lost their skull helmet. It's 1 severe head injury. We're knocked down. Skull helmet's gone. Probably should have left that. We got a 7 Blind, lose an eye. -1 permanent accuracy, 1 bleeding token. Blind. Alright, somehow not dead yet. These don't knock me away or anything. That ends the Kingsman's turn. Juliet is up, Romeo is up, Folly is down. Guess Romeo just goes first and then Juliet goes. Ooh, this is bad positioning. I mean, Romeo goes first. He has to crit in order to wound. So, whatever. We have a perfect hit. We have an 8. We get 2 chances to crit. We'll do this one first because it has a crit locale. The other one we can still wound if we roll a 10, but there's no bonus for it. We get a 9, so 9, 10, 11, 12. Because of the +3 strength, we actually do wound on a 9. We got a 13 total. The Kingsman fights dirty, spewing acid in the attacker's eyes. The attacker's within 2 spaces of the Kingsman. They gain -2 accuracy tokens. We wounded, but at what cost, man? At what cost? Oh. Hey, yeah, right. Who is the destroyed back Chan? Forgot to subtract 2 movement on them. They can't reach. They also can't activate the scrap sword anymore. They'll move up end their turn. Romeo will right, we'll roll for the second locale. Can still get a 10. Okay, we do not wound. So all we have is Fernando. One, 2, 3. You don't want to stand there. Do 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 do. Because of outfighting, he's gonna back off 1 space and hit these 2 rows. Thankfully, it misses Folly with where they're lying down at. So I could get behind Romeo and then swing the Gax and hope for some woundage here. Or hope for the trap. We missed. I'm gonna surge. Okay, trap card. Yes, thank you. Trap card has been within the top 6 cards every single time. I know it's a small deck. It's 1 bigger than Butcher, but still a small deck. Alright. Everybody's in range except for Pink. This is going to be 3 damage. We'll do left to right as usual. So that is or violet, purple. Body, legs, waist. So body. That's a severe body injury. Legs, they're okay. Waist, they're okay. They're knocked down. Severe body injury. A9. Collapsed lung. You can't catch your breath. Gain a -1 movement token and a bleeding token. Alright, Folly is okay. But our movement is getting cut. Which is something this guy likes to do at level 2, you know. He gets the hymn of death. Alright. I think it's the monster's turn. No one else can do anything else. Folly's down. I'm not picking him up. We're just waiting for the monster to kill us, basically. This is a courtesy fight. No one's in the blind spot. Closest threat is Teal. Gonna move down 1 to get away from him. Swinging these 2 rows. Oh, just barely missed Juliet. So Teal's getting hit for lots of damage. That's 3 hits. This should be a dead Teal. There's no way. Got body, head. Yep. We'll dodge the head to, you know, give him a chance. That's a severe body injury. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have a perfect 10. The blow sends you sprawling and you're knocked down. Wow, they're not dead. I am astounded. Let's see what the AI is. Axe. Closest threat in field of view and range. That would be Juliet. So he's gonna move into range, which is 1, 2, like so. Range 2, he checks. And then he can, this is a Bash Bleed 2 Knockback 5 variation of the basic move. Basically basic move, but bleed. So 3 hits. Waste, body. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. 2 more bleed tokens. She should die here. We can take the waste once. Dodge the waste, I guess. Oh, this is the wrong person. This isn't Folly, this is Pink Girl. Violet. We can dodge the waste. No, that's used. And then we'll take the body. 7. Ruptured spleen. Alright, 2 bleeding tokens. That is going to be... These are on her. That's going to be 6 bleeding tokens. So we are down our first character. On the bright side, we get basic resources for these deaths. So I think it's worth it for that. Maybe. Let's get reset. Where's Juliet at? You are dead now. Okay, we still have 12 HP to go through. We've got everybody standing up. Juliet's gone. I forgot to switch who the characters are. So this is actually... Who was over here first? It's not Baxter. Baxter was white last time. This is Luca. And switched out the models for new ones because I knew they weren't making it. This is back on top of the deck. I forget if I shuffled that or not. Hey, you're standing, you're standing, you're standing. We're gonna go with Romeo. Where art thou, Romeo? Would be romantic if Romeo and Juliet somehow made it out of here. King Step. Yeah, we'll just hit this. We're gonna crit it, right? We're gonna get a 10. It's gonna change our fate. Nope, we didn't crit it. 3 doesn't do anything. So this is back on top of the deck. Basic action, target the attacker. That's also hitting white, so that's great. We hit white first because of ordering. That is 2 hits. Head and arms. That's guess we'll dodge the head. It's our last survival, and we'll take a severe on the arms. I don't want to just, you know, concede entirely. 2 minus strength tokens, or -2 strength tokens. Skip next hunt, gain bleeding token. You are going to skip all the future hunts. You will not survive. I mean, the dice would have to roll uncannily generously. And then Romeo. That is 3 hits. Body, body, body. Oh, Romeo. That is 3 severe body injuries. First one. 7. 2 bleeding tokens. Skip next hunt. 9. 1 bleeding token minus 1 movement token. 5. Destroyed back. -1. Alright, so that's damn, they lived somehow. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have a destroyed back now, so they're useless to us. Well, they can still swing their dagger, I suppose. -1 movement token and or -2 permanent movement for them. And skip the next hunt. Okay, I think that was everything, right? What else do we have? Yeah, they had a collapse lung. Alright, their accuracy is down too. I did hit on the 9. I forgot about the accuracy problem. They hit on 9s. They hit on 8 in the blind spot. That's okay. Anyway, Holy, you may as well just get in there and roll some acid tooth and dagger. Okay, we missed. Yeah, I'll surge. Okay. If you say so. If you say so, I will say no more. Oh wait, basic action first. We're hitting Foley. We're also hitting Fernando. He is in the 6 tile range. That was a neat split that those two did. 3 hits on Foley. Waist, arms, legs. We can take the waist. We have no survivors, so severe, severe. We're knocked down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over here. Arms. Bleeding. Legs. Good. We're dead. They die in mere seconds. Rip Folly. Folly is Faust's avatar. Alright, next up is White getting hit. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done farming resources here. 3 more hits. Head, legs, and arms. I don't see how they survive the head. So, head, legs, arms, we have no more survival. 3 severe injuries. How many bleed you got? 2? Head, because it'll probably kill us. Good, we're dead. And Teal loses a survival. Alright, Romeo, it is all up to you. White was Baxter. And AI card. Hook and pull. There is no furthest threat. He is activating guard. So he has +5 toughness until the next turn. Romeo gets up. Romeo walks 2 spaces. Romeo ends his turn. Next monster turns. We got 1, 2, 3. He swings. 3 hits. Alright, body, body, leg. Just die, Romeo. We'll dodge a body. It's a severe leg injury, smashed into the wall, severe body injury as well. There's no way. 7 on the body, 2 bleeders. Skip next hunt, 3 on the legs, 4 bleeders. He already has 4, so he super died. Alright, the hunt ends exactly as we expected. Who was Teal? Telemetry? It was telemetry. So you're dead, and you're dead, and you're dead. One red, 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 just for further clarification, and okay, that is everybody on the back row. So we are down to 8 people in our campaign. And I still can't do anything before the special showdown with the Lion Knight. So now we're gonna have a hard time with the Lion Knight. Ugh. Kingsman showdown results. Kingsman. Is it the Kingsman? Where is Kingsman? Showdown Kingsman with apostrophe S. Aftermath defeat, the Kingsman really breaks something as it leaves the settlement. The settlement innovated pottery, return it to the innovation deck. So yeah, we were not ready for a Kingsman battle. I mean, dice rolls could have been significantly superior, as always. We were just a 2 and 3 guy, but it is what it is. We have to fight a level 2 next time they show up, which is... Hold up, I gotta look at that event again. The Regal Visit. No, not the Regal Visit. Armored Stranger. Okay, yeah. Nothing else to worry about. Let's showdown, clean up showdown. We gain 4 basic. Why are these here? Oh, right, because I already gained those and they haven't been added to the deck yet. We gained 4 for deaths. Oh, perfect hide. Don't have those face down, it'll confuse me. Alright, we gain an insanity on a survivor of my choice here. Who wants 1 insanity? Give to Faust so that they have at least 1. Next up on the agenda, an uninvited guest. They awoke to find someone new standing at the center of their settlement, still as a statue. A lion-like creature with razor claws stood seeing everything and saying nothing. They wondered if it was even alive, but the boldly curious reported an electrifying gaze in its still eyes. What is this creature? Why is it here? Trembling, the survivors deliberate. Settlement gains the Stoic Statue innovation and Stoic Statue to the list of innovations. So, Lion Knight standing in their settlement. Oh yeah, we don't fight him right away yet. We fight him in 2 years, I guess. We can worship him to gain understanding or extra survival. And then deliberate. Add places everyone to the timeline. 2 years from now, each player nominates one survivor, and then the group rolls 1d10. One places everyone is already here. So I have to nominate people. We will nominate Amber, Johnny, Vera, and Luca. Yeah, we'll just keep Ubilk in case we have to make use of the guy. So left to right in order of how I said it. Yeah, we can pack these guys away. The only good thing about Dead Survivors is if we happen to roll the revive a character from the past, we can get a King Stepper back. Or good dead characters during that thing. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to roll 4 dice, am I? The group rolls 1d10. We're going to roll a dice here. Oh, we actually rolled a 10. Maybe I'll make this an achievement because, you know, you only get this once per attempt at a campaign. The unmoving figure is heralded as the salvation of the settlement and worshipped. Gain 2 endeavors. The nominated survivors gain 2 understanding and may not endeavor during the settlement phase. If we had Symposium, the survivors resolve. They must be prepared for whatever good or ill this omen portends. Gain nightmare training innovation at no cost and 3. And we do not have Symposium, unfortunately. So we gain 2 and 2 understanding on a bunch of people. I guess I won't make that an achievement because this is a 3 choice. If I had Symposium, maybe I would do it then. Alright, 2 understanding. Can't endeavor. 2 understanding. 2 understanding. 2 understanding. Oh yeah, they have the Shattered Jaw. Alright, so that happened. And now we have Gorm Climate. Let's just add Gorm Climate to the next year. Gorm Climate, roll a d10. You want to hit a 10 again, buddy? Oh, 1. Alright, we have to destroy something. I'm tempted to just destroy the Stoic statue because we lose this anyway later. It's nice to farm understanding, though. But I'd rather lose it and just not make use of it this campaign. I believe it goes into the innovation deck, technically, until it's removed by places everyone. So, goodbye. Get Gorm, nerd. He's just, I imagine the Lionite standing there, he's like, oh god, the acid rain of the Gorms. Because I'm not losing all of this. Fuck that noise. What does the brain make? We can finally craft shit. I have no stout hide. I don't have stomach lining or jiggling lard either. We could make a knuckle shield. I think I will make a knuckle shield. We can innovate, so innovation materials. Those 3, knuckle shield, these 3, maybe. The brain makes a nothing. I think the brain does something. Where is it? I'm blind. Out of the brain and a strange resource lets me get the next Gormkaimi. I don't have a strange resource. Maybe we hold on to that. Perfect hide. What does perfect hide make? Perfect hide and a scrap for a scavenger kit. It might be the first time I ever build a scavenger kit. I've never made it before. Barber Surgeon used to be really hard to get. Now it's easier to get. We can actually make this stuff occasionally, you know? I don't know who has time to play with these things. I have a meaty rib. We could make a rib blade. It's a legit weapon. Would help if our damage a lot. Slow deadly. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we should go grand weapon. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna make a rib blade. Try it out. We're gonna make a knuckle shield since we can. Maybe I should save up the rest for a leather crafter. And I could make a monster grease. Alright, we're gonna make a rawhide armor set back. That's what we're gonna do. So we lost our armor, which fucked us super bad. Okay, knuckle shield, rib blade, rawhide armor. We'll innovate. May as well keep up with the innovations. It's like the only thing we've got going for us right now. Oh, look who it is. Ah, drums! Excellent! We are one step away from being free. And we can actually set up our survivors now with some useful skills. Song of the Brave, Forbidden Dance. Now we just gotta find Song of the Brave and then kill a Gorm. Oh yeah, we have heat. We do have heat. Velocity. I don't have scrap though. Three organs, one hide. We already made barber surgeons. 3 hides and 3 bones. Leather worker we probably do want eventually for leather armor. I need to think about what I want to make with the rest of this stuff. Knuckle shield can go onto this guy. Is there any logical way? Oh, you know what? Thinking. If this guy is the rib blader, which is a deadly weapon, is there anything I can make to So anything I can make that conceal a green. We can make a drum, but it's green left. We can make that, and we can't make that. Monster grease is green left. Everything is green left. Oh. Damn. I need leather. We need leather tech. The technology is just not quite there yet. I'm gonna make a monster grease. try and boost their defensive options here, but... Alright, this guy is gonna just focus on dagger. We're gonna have the tank be the acid dagger user, and I want the acid dagger offensively. I want the tank to have the bone dagger and the axe. Okay. Then I can't complete this yet, so I'm gonna keep the monster grease. So I was just thinking I could lucky charm with rib blade and bandage, and we can complete that. Double red blue. Not worth, but I could make that happen. Could make that happen. Oh wait, double red blue. What if you're the scrap sword user? And you have the healing pot. Because now we have a deadly on the scrap sword with the tank. And they can recharge their stuff if they need to. You can just use bone axe over there. Actually, we can use the acid tooth dagger over here. We don't need... I'm gonna keep this in storage. Keep that in storage. So, dagger user is pretty paltry looking. Red blade user has the knuckle shield and whatnot. But we can't guard until I get a green facing right. The only thing is Gorment sleeves. There's no other green facing right. I mean, this is first aid kit. If I get a perfect bone, we could work on a first aid kit, maybe. Alright. Now, what do we want to do? We have 4 endeavors to spend. I think we do some bone beats. Oh, we should do some trepanning, right? I gotta get rid of Sphere of the Dark. I'm gonna try to trepan Vera. Watch, we give her intracranial hemorrhage again. An 8. Is that good enough or no? We need 3 to 6, right? We need 3 to 6 for disorder. I'll trepan Vera one more time. A 10! Look at that, a 10. Expanded consciousness. Gain 1 random disorder and 1 random fighting art. Wait, gain 1 or lose 1? Oh, it's gain 1. Gain 1 random disorder. This could be good, could be bad. Still haven't cured Fear of the Dark yet, as she became prey, huh? How do we keep getting the same ones? There's 29 cards in this deck. Mammoth hunting. Not what I want. But alright, we'll take it. Vera. Oh yeah. My bad. Okay, I could keep trying to fix her, but what I will do is get, I believe, Rhythm Chaser. Should we do Synchronized Strike playthrough here? Should we worry about synchronized striking with characters? I would like to take Vera out with us. Nah, I guess she's the backup. We're taking telemetry because Fist and Teeth. And they only have to hit with Fist and Teeth once. Also, oh, I have Matchmaker. We're matchmakering. Duh. We need kids so that we don't get screwed again. Who's taking the risk here? I guess Ubulk is going to risk it, and Amber, because she doesn't really have much going on. A 9. Alright. The settlement celebrates a twice fortunate event. We have a pair of healthy newborn survivors. Praise be to Yevon. We needed that. What is our ratio? 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4 to 4. I guess we'll just stay 5 to 5 then. I'll name them later. Yes, because telemetry had matchmaker from the prior hunt. Then with the last endeavor, I could just get Rhythm Chaser on somebody so they have an evasion token until they're knocked down. We want Faust, working on that Greater Gax. We don't have a helmet anymore. It's a lot more in jeopardy of dying. I could share XP with Amber and then make her Grand Weapon, and we can start working on Grand Weapon. So I'm actually gonna give Grand Weapon over to here, and we'll just use the Acid Tooth Dagger and Knuckle Shield. Now that I have a Knuckle Shield, should I make her Shield instead? Shield is hard to level, and it's really good. I will share XP with her. She will come of age. I think I will make her Shield instead. Knuckle Shield. Age 1. 5. Gain 1 permanent strength. Hey, that's good stuff. That helps. With wounding with that shield. Alright, so they're gonna try to wound with the shield. They're gonna try to do fat deeps with their legendary lungs. We desperately need more armor. We need the armor set card back again. We have telemetry, fist and toothing. We'll worry about Grand Weapon later. We're axing, we're shielding, and now who else wants to join this party? Baxter was a newbie. And Luca was a newbie. Oh yeah. I've lost all of my I was gonna do sword, but I guess I'm working on shield now. Well, it's either Amber or Amber's coming. It's either Baxter or Baxter's Vestophobia. He ain't coming. Right, he should be the breeder. We have to get rid of Vestophobia. Man, if only I had more endeavors. I can't get rid of the Sphere of the Dark. It's impossible, man. It's impossible. We could take Shattered Jaw Person with us. It's not the worst thing in the universe. It just can't consume, which could be good. Maybe they heal it somehow. Actually, they can heal it with this. How does that work? If you don't suffer a permanent injury during the showdown, can you still remove one with this or no? Alright, we're just, yeah. I think this is the team. I'm gonna go. I recorded so much longer than I thought I would because of fucking Kingsman. Resistance of the Kingsman. Speaking of which, they're level 2 the next time we see them, which will be very soon. Only 4 years away, including year 6. So we're gonna hunt a Gorm, and then we're gonna hunt a Gorm, and then we're gonna hunt the Lionite, and then hunt a Gorm. And then we're gonna fight the Kingsman. Hopefully we finish Gorm armor within the next 3. Now, I'm gonna doubt it because they're all gonna be level 1 Gorms. I may want to consider a second Rawhide armor, depending on what we get. It really depends on how much basic hide we acquire. I don't think we're gonna set up enough stuff before the next Kingsman for the Rawhide, and I think power-wise we could fight a level 2 Gorm, and survival-wise we can go through its event. I need a reminder at this event actually. That's pretty damn annoying. Final March. Feathered Grotto, this is it. So 10 to 1 we get a lot of collapsed lungs. Your waist armor gets put onto your head armor, right? On average. And sometimes you're not utterly fucked. Although you can end up with frenzy. And then there's the exit, right? Which also causes you pain. I'm just reading through this stuff. Some of the shit is crazy. If you have legendary lungs. Wow, look at that. You can get a free acid gun. I would make that an achievement if we actually managed to get 7, 8, 9 on Faust. That's if Faust survives to later. That'd be pretty funny. This is another way to get legendary lungs, yeah, because it was so rare. Interesting. These things are fucking... Look at these things, man. It's like, what is their purpose in the world? They just throw up and vomit constantly. Crazy. Kingdom Death Art's so crazy. Anyway, guys, that's the plan. We're gonna farm more Gorms, lots more Gorms, and see how this campaign develops, I suppose. We're okay. I think we'll be behind in the armor department, sadly. We didn't get any stout hides in that last hunt, so that set us back. We need stomach lining, jiggling lards. That's already hard to get with just 4 pulls. We need 3 stout hide, a hand skull, and just 2 bones. So it is asking for a lot. And basically 3 stout hide and a hand skull. I'm not too worried about regency right away if we can complete just the basics of this. Another mammoth hand would be nice too, so we can at least have 2 shield people try to bait out the trap occasionally and safely on the Kingsman refight. But anyway, we will do our best. I'm gonna keep trying to give us Fear of the Dark so we have some extra characters again. We're technically at 8 survivors. We're technically at 7 because I want Ubilk to just keep the Twilight Knight satisfied with combat, hopefully. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the Kingdom Death monster. We shall resume soon, and it'll just be a Gorm hunt again. Take care, everybody.